I was thinking this thing was 55 pounds for some reason. I think it's more than that. £70. Okay, I just laid it on the ground and just kind of rolled it. I'm on plywood though. Just kind of rolled it over there so I can slide under here and get ready to put it where it goes. This back off. I'm not. Now I'm going to turn the camera off. When I find out what I'm doing wrong here, I'll put it back on. The gear was in good. It was this outer housing that was getting hung up. It wasn't quite going in. It's on now, and now that it's in position, I gotta leave myself, this is my first time doing it, but I'm going to guess, leave myself about 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch gap, and then slip some shims in there. I've got to put too many shims in and then start taking them out. I got to tighten it, loosen it up, take shims out, tighten it, check it, and keep doing that till I get the right number of shims in there where it just doesn't move up and down. This mating surface for the seal on the yoke, mine's a little bit crusty right past where the seal was, but pretty much touching where the seal was, and that rust will crawl underneath the edge of the seal and cause it to wear out. So I'm just taking a piece of sandpaper here and cleaning that. This is a piece of 120. Not that that's what you need to use, but it'll cut it faster. It'll also leave deeper scratches. So it'd probably be good to take a little piece of 400 or something and polish it up a little bit more afterwards to smooth out the scratches a little bit. When it feels smooth with your fingertip riding across there, then that's all you really need. Shims. I really don't know the right way to do this. I think I understand what the transmission man told me. I don't know if these are identical both directions. I'm going to flip one over and see. Seems like they are. Okay. I was looking this way or this way. They're identical both ways, so that's good. Now what I got to do is get this spaced out about the same. All the way around. I got a good ½ inch over here. My finger goes right in there. This side here where the screwdriver is a little tighter. Now I'm just guessing. He said we don't want any up and down play on this shaft, on this yoke when it's in there. So I got this housing, bolt holes are lined up, and I've got it started and about a ½ inch gap so I can slip some shims in there. I got to take the bolts out to do that. I don't know how many to put in. I've got two thick ones, that one's pretty thick, two that are thinner, and then one that's paper thin. So I'll take the thick one and one that's paper thin. Now I'll take the two thinner ones. Let's try that. Should have brought a Phillips screwdriver out here to line these up. Be enough out of it. I'm going to hit the seal if I do that. I'm not getting any play at all. Get in a bench press position, I'll have a little more power there. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't see it moving, can't really feel it moving but ever so slightly, but I think there is very slight movement because I do hear some gears knocking a little bit inside when I push and pull. I could take that off and take one of those thin shins out and try it again. Then it might be too tight. It's my truck. It's a lot tighter than it was before. Make sure my seal is a little bit wet with oil. Okay, that is it. Got to clean up this U-joint cap. It's kind of grungy, and just put it all back together the way it came apart. Thank you for watching. Oh, by the way, I got to check the oil and differential and make sure it's full, and probably going to end up changing it before I go back to work.